Hey, all you Splinterheads. Thanks for dropping by. Bronze Dragon here saying welcome back. I appreciate your time. Lots going on. Today was an exciting day. If you caught the live stream, Matt decided at the not last minute, but within a few hours of the Rebellion pre-sale going live, he decided to have a live event which started, was roughly about an hour, situated around the 2 o'clock Eastern time frame. That's when it dropped for me. And I was at work, so I was able to catch bits and pieces of it on YouTube, and I was able to go ahead and buy my card packs via mobile, which was a very there was no issues. I was able to transfer my vouchers and buy my packs. I already had my DEC situated, but I had forgotten to transfer my vouchers over, and when it first started, we saw like thousands and thousands and thousands sell really fast. In fact, they hit the 200,000 pack mark within about 15 minutes. Okay, so and you can see here, I'm on the Splinter Cards website just checking this out. This lists 258,748, but I think that includes the free packs that went along, because if you go over to Splinterlands website, and I just refreshed this a minute ago, it says 215,000. But either way, a few things we can draw from that. First of all, the Dow loan is already paid off. Bam. So I never thought there was going to be a problem with the Dow loan getting paid off. I just didn't know how fast the packs were going to sell. But obviously, people jumped on them. They started buying them really fast. And in fact, I just curiosity got on me, and I went over to Hive Engine. Obviously, you don't see any volume here because they've been for sale less than a day. But you can see there is some volume at 715. But my main point here, let's do a refresh. So I did the numbers, and this right here, with the value of Hive currently, he's selling the new pre-sale packs for about $3.25, a little bit more, like $3.27 US, right? So we can see that there's not a whole lot up here for sale, but we're already seeing action, and they're selling for less than what you buy them for on the store. Okay, but okay, there's a lot of factors there. Some people may have bought DEC and vouchers, or bought DEC when it was way down, and have been accruing vouchers through a node, or bought vouchers when they were way down, and maybe this still represents a profit for them. Maybe people are just buying the packs and selling off the free ones they get if you buy the 100, the 1,000, or 2,000, whatever your pack increments are to get the extra packs. Who knows? The main point is people are already selling packs on Hive Engine, and it's cheaper than actually buying from Splinterlands. Okay, I wanted to bring that point up. Let's do a refresh here. You can see I bought 50 packs. That was my standard. But you can see that YGG Pool is still in first with 12,535 packs. And, you know, if you're interested, you can go check out that leaderboard. I never thought I would be on the leaderboard anyway, because my thoughts have been really mixed about investing heavily into the cards. I mean, this new expansion. Not that I have a problem with it. In fact, I love the idea of having the dual Splinter cards, and I think it's going to be great from a player perspective. But I'm looking more. I bought the 50 packs so that I would have some to stake in the conflicts. And then I'll probably approach it from a buy single standpoint. But then again, there's a big question mark on that, as Nate and Matt were talking earlier. Who knows what the prices of these cards are going to be due to the low numbers and such. Because if people buy packs and then keep them all, or keep a high percentage of them to stake them on the battle wagons for the conflicts, then there'll be much fewer cards in the ecosystem, right? Plus, the fact of the matter is that to stake cards on the battle wagons, you have to have these same type of cards. So a certain amount of the packs have to be opened, and then there's going to be people competing for those cards to stake them and play with them. The good part is that in this new system, you're going to be able to stake them on your battle wagon and then go ahead and play with them. You're just not going to be able to trade or lend them out or anything. Okay, so there's that. And one other thing I wanted to look at, which was really interesting. This is a piece of artwork that Nate put out last week whenever they put information out about the cards. Okay, but I want to take a little bit more of a look at it because they released another tidbit or two of information on this today. Okay, so I wanted to take a closer look at this UX, the whole UI and compass, to just see what we can draw from this. Okay, so what do we know? Okay, we know that they're called conflicts. We know that they will last about a month and there's going to be multiple through the year. Okay, we know that you can stake 5 cards from Rebellion on each battle wagon or whatever it ends up being called. Okay, we also know that you can stake up to 100 Rebellion packs on each battle wagon. Those packs can be bought straight from the store or secondhand. It doesn't matter. Okay. And we know that each pack will give you 150 points, airdrop points. As far as the cards, I think it's a good guess that the cards will represent whatever points that they have, very similar. Since they worked on the numbers for land, I'm betting that they use the numbers for land as far as airdrop points. Maybe wrong. There may be some numerical reason why they don't use those numbers or they're figured differently, but that's kind of an educated guess I'm making. Okay, so we can see that this UX screen shows the first thing that I see is that you're going to have the name of the battle or the name of the conflict. And you're going to have a timing, a countdown. So it's not going to be indefinite. It's going to have a definite countdown on it. Okay. The second thing I see is that it's going to have a piece of artwork here that is going to announce the name of the airdrop. So I also think that from this perspective, they're going to announce the airdrop sufficiently ahead of time so that they can have the artwork in there instead of waiting until like a week before it's dropped. So if the skirmish is going to last a month, then, this would indicate that they're going to have the picture up there of the airdrop for the month, or how much ever time it is, right? And have the name. The other big thing I see here is that it's going to give you a percentage chances. Now, this may be in a percentage, this may be in a decimal, I don't know. Anyway, it's going to give you a good idea of what your chances are considering what you have staked on your battle wagon. And this is really instrumental to me because my approach is going to be this. I'm going to stake the packs that I bought, and I'm going to buy some singles to stake on one battle wagon, and I'm going to see where that gets me, okay? We know also that there's a finite amount of airdrop cards with each airdrop. So that means that it's going to be percentage-based, kind of like how they figure things in land, or maybe a better guess at it would be kind of how the SPS pool figures into how many people are mining SPS on land plots, kind of that idea. There's only a set pool of cards, airdrop cards, and then you're going to have a set amount of people. You're going to have people that have things staked on the battle wagons, and then each person is drawing in a certain amount of airdrop points, and then you have a certain percentage to get that airdrop card depending upon how many points you have. And that could fluctuate because some people may pull packs out. They may start off the first round and have a bunch of cards, card packs staked, and then after the first time, take some of those packs off to open them, and then their percentages go down, and maybe your percentages go up a little bit. So that's just an educated guess, and that's we'll see where that goes. Obviously, all this is still in the works, so we'll see where that goes. The next thing I notice is there's a contribution line, and that tells that kind of represents to me maybe that's your contribution towards the overall conflict, possibly. Not a whole lot of data there. The next thing I see, you do have autofill. I don't know how many people are going to use that. Maybe if you have a lot of different battle wagons you're going to go into, you're a big stakes roller. It's going to give you a percentage here, or not percentage, but it's going to give you how many airdrop points are coming in per hour. It's kind of hard to read, but you have your amount of teams here, and you have your amount of packs staked here, and then you have each single, they call them teams here, but in the reference material, he also called them battle wagons, to stake your cards and your packs. So with that said, I think that's a lot more information. Basically, my point is I'm going to go into this stake my packs, buy once people start selling cards, buy cards that I look like I'm going to want to play with. And what I'm particularly interested right up front is, probably just like everybody else is, those dual shard summon or dual splinter summoners, right? And then in turn, after I buy them for the appropriate level, which I play in gold, so I'll be buying 6 or level 6 rares or whatever they end up being, right? The level appropriate, and then going ahead and staking on this. Otherwise, if I see some other cards I might want to max out, or I don't have any need for maxing out. It's kind of a side conversation there, but I've come to the point where besides the really, really cheap cards that was a no-brainer for maxing out, I'm just bringing my cards up to the appropriate level when I can afford it to play in gold. So, but that's kind of off the point. But my main point is buy the new Rebellion cards that I really want to play with right off the bat, and then stake them on the wagon. And I'll probably only have one wagon. Now, you could go into 2 wagons and then just buy more cards and go at it that way. Now, each wagon, he also said, is going to cost a certain amount of vouchers, but he said it's going to be a low cost. He threw the number 10 vouchers out there. He said it's probably going to change, so don't hold him to it, but he wanted to make the price very low. So with all that said, it remains to be seen how it works out. I think it sounds like a very logical system, but to tell you the truth, if I had to guess, I think it's really, I mean, in the end, it's going to accomplish what he wants, or what Matt's thought process is, as far as doing away with the fact that people were buying loads and loads of packs, getting the airdrop points, and then selling the packs off. But I think in the end, it's all going to result in the same thing. Obviously, the more packs you buy and stake, the more cards you buy and stake, the better chance you have for airdrops. The interesting thing here is that you could theoretically not really even stake packs if you didn't want to. You could just buy a bunch of the new cards that you wanted to play with and then just form wagons with them. Obviously, I don't know how the points would figure out that way, but it's another way to look at it. Either way, it's all very interesting, and it was a little bit of an exciting time today whenever the cards the card packs started going on sale. We're looking forward to December 5th when people can start opening up the packs, and until then, we'll probably get little bits and pieces of information filling us in on, what the new cards are, and art drops and things like that. With that said, I hope that everyone on your side is happy and healthy. This has been Bronze Dragon, and I will see you on the flip side.